What up, Leonard Rejector? This is not the first time ALT-CINE has quit. Bad karma in the house. That's messed up. I saw that video. Scammers suck, bro. Let me switch to screen share. Whoa, the fourth dimension. The fourth dimension. ALT-CINE. Stuart Monroe in the house. He says ALT-CINE seems to be fine, but shooting... sorry, I got... But seeing someone from China... let me see. Hold on, guys. I got multiple things. By the way, guys, how's everyone doing? How's everyone doing tonight? I'm pretty sure we're live now. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. But seeing someone from China buy their 3D print files and then put out their own version is pretty bad. Plus, ALT-CINE gear is fairly priced too, not like someone else we know. John 2000 in the house. You know what is really pathetic? I was formally introduced to AI on Friday. It was a video of music tracks and half the artists were already dead, but it was done in 2025. Wow. Yeah, the AI music... yeah, we've been watching a lot of videos about AI in the music industry as well, actually. Really nutty stuff happening with the AI in the music, John. I agree. The crazy thing is too, I guess they had a country artist who made it to like top 10 Billboard charts or some crazy stuff. And it's all AI. The entire thing is AI. Yeah, it's really nuts that they even allow that stuff on Spotify. Avery Keevan's in the house, seen and heard. I'm looking to buy a 3D printer to start playing around and making some parts. Does anyone know of a good brand to try? I've never messed with a 3D printer. But yeah, so I'm a little out of the loop with the whole ALT-CINE thing. I knew that they were like making their own cameras. I don't watch a lot of camera YouTube channels. I just don't. I'm not like, but something came across my screen. You know, if you guys saw the thumbnail, it just said goodbye on it with big letters. And then I looked down and saw that it was ALT-CINE, so I had to watch it. So we're gonna watch this because, you know, there's a couple, like when you first watch this, I thought like, you know, I'm such like a bad thinker. I originally thought like, oh man, his wife cheated on him. That was like I don't know why that was the first thing I thought of, man. I was like, dude. But then it kept going, and then I was like, oh, dude, maybe his wife died. Like I like it took me forever to realize, like, oh wait, no. So, but even then, like, it could be any of those things. I mean, quite honestly, we just don't know, right? Like, we don't, I mean, I don't think, unless you know him personally, I don't think we know for sure why. But what it seems to be is what Stuart was talking about, where, yeah, it does seem that a corporation or somebody, maybe not even a corporation, but it did seem like a brand or a corporation either sent him a cease and desist letter or, yeah, stole their design altogether. And the reason why I say maybe sent them a cease and desist letter is because of the stuff that I like found on Reddit, where apparently they're saying that this thing that they were building, I guess, this is a little old though. This is 7 months ago. So knowing them, maybe they were onto something brand new they were building. Like I said, I don't follow them hardcore. I just knew that they were building stuff, making stuff. In the beginning, he was like making a lot of cool stuff for the original Canon EOS M. And then I guess it somehow evolved into this or something. But they were saying on here, like, okay, he said, I stumbled upon this video today of this brand YouTube channel announcing a camera they built from the ground up. After a tiny bit of diving, I found that it is using a $30 sensor that Sony designed for security cameras and dash cams. They made a few substantial claims as to the capability of the camera and the sensor, but there's not a single piece of technical information in the video to support the claims. They also offer zero information on their website as well. And just curious if anyone has any thoughts on this, is raising some red flags for me. So we're going to dive into this Reddit thread after we watch the video. And here's what I realized too last week, guys. You know, we were bouncing all over the place. I had like music that was playing that I didn't know was playing because some tabs were left open. So I apologize. Like there was really, last year's stream was insane. So for all of you that stuck through the whole time, man, wow, you guys are strong, man. Cause I tried to go back and watch that after it went live and I was like, this is horrendous, dude. But the other part of that, what up, LA coffee time? Oh, John, dude, you're the man, dude. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that, John. Happy Thanksgiving to you and everyone He says, yes, and it was not that good on the video side, but I was astounded by how well it looked in my case. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I didn't look to see any of the footage. Like I said, I haven't been following this. But okay, let's just watch the video. For those of you that haven't seen this, I'll quit my jaw jacking and we'll just watch the video. So I think the levels are good here. Let me unmute it.
I didn't think I was going to be making anytime soon.
Let me know if the levels are good from him.
While I'm feeling good today, I'm just going to get it out there today. So, sorry. Right. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to give up ALT-CINE, and I've spoken to Simon about this, and he understands, the situation where I'm coming from. So this is a tough video to make. So just bear with me. So I'm going to be talking a lot on here. So basically, something has happened recently, and it's changed me forever. Something has happened recently, and it's changed me forever. Like.
So you can see like how the tone is set, how you would think if you're in my brain, and the first thing I think is go, oh, his wife did something bad, bro. I don't even know if the guy is married or not. That was my very first thought. Like, dude, something bad went down in the house, bro. Oh man, I was getting ready for some crazy drama, bro. There's an echo. Oh, there's a delay because we are hearing. Oh, my bad. Okay. Yep, got you. Sorry about that, guys. I'm glad we stopped it then. I think it's because of when I click on his, I saw that. Yeah. Okay. So I'll mute mine. Let me know if that was the issue with the echo. Here we go.
Like my heart is gone. So it's kind of like before when I used to do this stuff, me and Simon used to do this camera stuff, and we loved it. We loved making all of this new stuff, and we had so many big plans about where this would go. And it's been tough. It's been a tough 2 years. I think the last year was the hardest. We had to deal with a lot of things. We had to deal with a lot of scammers that tried to scam us out of products. We even just the other day we had someone that bought every single STL that we had on the website and then put in a claim to get their money back. That's not the first time it's happened as well. We had it loads of times. We've had people that claim products didn't come. We even
Yeah, so it's what up, everybody? By the way, we had some people jump in. Okay, I think we fixed the echo problem there. Yeah, so it seems like it's been an uphill battle from the start, right? And I am gonna be stopping and playing this as we go, so I apologize for that. But that'll help us. That'll help me keep up with the chat here too. He sees mentally destroyed. I think it's a death. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. And so yeah, exactly. So we'll keep watching this because it makes sense. If once we get to the end, you'll know why I feel like, oh, I think actually someone ripped him off. A death in the family is possible, but he talks specifically about trying not to take revenge. Exactly. That's why I thought it was the wife thing. But at the very end, he mentions an email. Okay. All right, here we go.
Girl, this person who, made a whole video about me and, scoured my whole social media and took all of my posts and things of bits and pieces that I've done and made up this really negative video. It was so in depth on what they did. Just pure lies and slander. But, even through that and people trying to take down our website and even the racism, being called the N-word in the comments. And
yeah, dude, this is so gnarly. Like this is why I wanted to do a video on this, because look, I didn't experience what our man here experienced, but we all know that I think most of you know, or you were there along for the ride of like, the little battle that happened with me. Granted, I'm not like I feel like his situation is way worse here, right? Like I am no way trying to say like this exact same thing happened to me, but I am saying that like the whole point of the toxicity of our industry, right? And the funny thing is, Marianne says it all the time. She's like, man, the YouTube camera world is like so toxic, and it really is. It really, really is, guys. And that's from a complete outsider saying that shit, right? But I think like the example of like what happened with me, and then you see certainly what happened with our man here, ALT-CINE, like his is a prime example of the toxicity of the industry, right? Mine is just like a little like ooh, little bit of drama or something. But no, that was toxic, man. The way that certain people, influencers even like joined the herd to like rally up against me. Like that's toxic as fuck. You know what I mean? Like and so you know, and he's dealing with it like to deal with racism. That's like a whole nother level of fucked up, you know. I have no clue about the video that he's referring to though. Like I guess someone made a whole hit piece on him, which is gnarly, you know, because well, I've made hit pieces on people, but I've made hit pieces on people that well in my opinion deserved it, right? So look, I can't speak for his drama of whatever's going on his world of things. Like clearly his seems to be more about like people just going after him because of his company. And you know, when we get into this Reddit thing, it is wild. And this was from 7 months ago. So I guess these guys have been dealing with quite the toxicity for at least 7 months, because that's when this original post was made in the Reddit cinematography. It's cinematography of Reddit. I think there's like a lot of members in that group, right? It's the cinematography group on Reddit. So I can only imagine how many members. I don't know how to check it. I'm sure there's a way to check and see how many members are in here. 180,000 weekly visitors. There are 180,000 weekly visitors of this group with 3.4 thousand weekly contributions. I mean, there's a lot of people in this group, right? And so to know that that group has been kind of like a little bit of a herd mentality from the way it looks from this Reddit thread that we're going to get into has been started 7 months ago, right? And so he did his video just now on November 19th. I'm just giving you some context of how long this man has probably been dealing with like the toxicity of like the people in the camera universe. Because here's the first thought I had about this, because I was trying to explain this to Marianne this morning, and I'm like, how do I explain this to someone that's like, you know, not in our circle of common things at all? And so I was just like, I was just like, basically, you know, the guy's just trying to make something fun and innovative, like, you know, and it's just, you would think like people would just be stoked about it. And I feel like here's the plus side. And I know I go all over the place, guys, so I'm sorry. It's a little bit of the way my brain works. So I'm sorry that I can't keep a complete thought together for you. It's just my brain. So I apologize for that, right? Because I feel myself bouncing around. So I'm apologizing in advance, okay? But from the thread of comments on their own video, this all looks positive. Now, obviously, they could be monitoring the comments, and I'm sure they are, right? Because look, if someone has gone out of their way to like write this man racist emails and stuff, and like, I mean, that's just it makes me scared for what he is dealing with. That we don't know about, you know what I mean? Because it's just crazy to me. It's crazy to me, right? But from the outside looking in, it looks like they have a lot of supporters, right? So they do have support. I mean, clearly he has nearly 29,000 subscribers. This video has almost 12,000 views, right? So they clearly have support. The video has 900, so it almost has 1,000 likes. They clearly have support in their community as well. But the downside is, man, and I mean, maybe not everyone can relate to this, but, you know, even if it's like one thing, even if it's one psycho in the group, our brains will only focus on the one psycho. You know what I mean? You all know how it is. And maybe if you want a taste of it, just start putting shit on YouTube, right? You will find the psycho in your area too, right? And then it's true. It's like, because social media breeds a certain type of avatar, you know, and that has been the most eye-opening thing with me of doing these lives, right? Because you know, I started doing these lives when all the drama was going on with me and the you-know-whos, right? And I figured out how to make the numbers so people could call in live. And you'll notice how all these people with big words and you know, crazy things to say, isn't it odd that none of them bother to call in and have like a live conversation about it, right? And that is even still kind of behind the safety of your screen, but at least you're not able to hide behind your avatar, you know? But not yet. I've been streaming for damn near a year now, and oh yeah, almost a year. Not one of those yahoos have the cojones. That none of them have the cojones to just make a simple phone call, right? And that to me is like really telling, because it's like, yeah, everyone's got a big mouth, don't they? But then you realize you're like, oh, okay, they don't even want it. They won't even pick up a phone. Okay. There's nothing to be scared of. It's all bullshit. It's all made up. It's avatar land. It's like, oh, I get it. Like these personalities online. Like, look, I'll admit I'm old, right? I am semi old, right? I'm certainly not Gen Z, material here. So it took me a long time to understand how the internet works, right? And like what it actually is in terms of like, because to me, there's something a little psycho about being able to hide behind an avatar, right? But, and maybe this is a crazy thought, but my theory is that social media is kind of breeding a whole new kind of form of psychos. They really are. They really are. And it's like nerdy psychos in terms of like the camera world, right? But he's dealing with it. He's going through it. Okay, I'll shut up so I can get caught up in the chat and we can finish this.
Emails and stuff like that. It's just been mad. But you know what? When you go through life and you've been through such tough scenarios, situations. A lot of you out there would have been through a lot of tough situations that probably would have broke most people. But when you go through certain things, you then get a bit of strength, and then you become almost resilient to it. So that kind of stuff, we just kind of just let it go and just carried on in this mission, what we were doing. But something happened outside of cameras, outside of YouTube and ALT-CINE. Something happened, and it's the only way to explain it is I'm not going to be the same again. It's like, when someone.
Yeah, see, that's right. He did say outside of cameras. Yeah, I know. That's why I thought it was his wife or something. But then we'll just keep watching. But I wanted to point that out. I'm like, oh yeah, he did say outside of cameras. But there's something interesting that he says at the end.
Passes away, like a loved one passes away, and then your heart is just like, you feel like it's ripped from you. And this has happened to me, and there's no point. I can't sit on camera talking about camera gear and stuff like that when it doesn't really mean anything to me anymore. I don't think much means to me anymore. So, I've got to really do a bit of soul searching now, because when you get news like this, you just can never be the same again. It's impossible. So now I've just got to try and find a way through this.
Yeah, I feel like it is something like what I originally thought. And I don't think it was adultery. That was my first thought. I see, my brain just lives in a constant state of paranoia. I just go, oh yeah, everyone's trying to kill me or mess with me, and that's what's happening to everybody else too. I can't go anywhere without just like being like, what are they looking at? Are they looking at me?
Try to, I don't know. It's like, I don't know what to do, because it's like, I've never been through this before. I never thought this would happen to me. So, and it's been hard to deal with, not really sleeping much the last few days, not eating, I'm just slowly getting my appetite back now, because I realized that I was holding so much resentment and anger and craziness that I was actually starting to be sick myself. Like, I still feel sick now, but at least I'm starting to eat again. But yeah, it's tough, and it's going to be tough, and I just literally can't talk about this stuff anymore. So, Simon understands the situation, and, there's things that we need to do, because we still have some obligations that we need to meet. People that have ordered, custom cameras from us, we still need to fulfill those. We've still got some things outstanding that we need to fulfill. And then there's a couple review videos which I've got coming out, and thankfully they're recorded as well, because otherwise I don't think I'd be able to even do like the voiceover. So, we're going to fulfill our obligations, get these last few review videos out, and then I'm probably just going to say goodbye from there. I can't see myself coming back on camera now and talking about this stuff when nothing just really means anything anymore. Now, again, I didn't.
I mean, yeah, bro, whatever it is, yeah. Maybe it is a death in the family. Maybe it is something, because it really hit him hard, man. But I'm going to show you. I sped it up a little bit.
didn't make this video for people to, have sympathy and start talking in the comments and stuff like that. I understand. I know what you guys are going to say, and I really appreciate it. You're going to tell me keep your head up, rise above it. It takes time and stuff like that. But I don't know with this one, boy. This one is a tough one. This one is going to be the toughest fight I've ever had in my life, mentally. And and it's my faith. It's not only my faith that's keeping me going right now. My faith in Jesus Christ is the only thing that's keeping me going right now. Because if it wasn't for that,
that's the only thing. That's the only thing that he started lose me in the video, bro. No shade. No shade. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. It's like the Tyler Durden in me. It's like whenever I hear someone, it doesn't matter what they're going through, bro. It doesn't matter what they're going through. If they start talking about Jesus H. Christ, I'm just like, dude, I'm out, bro. I'm out, bro. I checked out, bro. I'm sorry. That's it. Is that too far for some of you? That might be a really bad joke. But it's honestly, it's not. I mean, it's a joke, but it's also not a joke. I'm just being real with you guys. And maybe I need help. but seriously, man. Seriously. Oh, maybe he's sick. Oh, there you go. I love how we've all turned into Sherlock Holmes. Next up on the Justin P. Files. What's going on in the camera world?
about ALT-CINE, and I've spoken to Simon about this, and he understands, the situation where I'm coming from. So this is a tough video to make, so just bear with me. So I'm going to be talking a lot on here. So basically, something has happened recently, and it's changed me forever. Something has happened recently, and it's changed me forever. Like my heart is gone. So it's kind of like before when I used to do this stuff, me and Simon used to do this camera stuff, and we loved it. We love making all of this new stuff, and we had so many big plans about where this would go. And it's been tough. It's been a tough, 2 years. I think the last year was the hardest. We had to deal with a lot of things. We had to deal with a lot of scammers that tried to scam us out of products. We even just the other day we had someone that bought every single STL that we had on the website and then put in a claim to get their money back. That's not the first time it's happened as well. We had it loads of times. We've had people that claim products didn't come.
Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. See what I mean? That's the psycho avatar shit I'm talking about. Someone went on their website. Am I understanding this correctly? Because what I heard is someone went on the website, bought everything they offer, and then turned around and did a refund on it. Like, dude, man. I mean, it's just it's just like it's just pure hatred or something, right? Like like that's what it. After a minute, you're just like, bro, it's just like this is just pure hatred. Like it only can boil down to like hate, It almost sounds like someone killed someone he loves, maybe an accident, but it's difficult to speculate. He talks about revenge and having a loss that he's never felt before. I have no idea. I know.
Had some guy go. This person who made a whole video about me and scoured my whole social media and took all of my posts and things of bits and pieces that I've done and made up this really negative video. It was so in depth on what they did, just pure lies and slander. But even through that and people trying to take down our website and even the racism, being called the N-word in the comments and in emails and stuff like that, it's just been mad.
Ah, my mic was off the whole time. My bad. See, that's what's gonna screw me on this. I was gonna say, I felt like I accidentally rewound this because didn't we hear this part already? Didn't we hear about? Yes, thank you. We should be back on now. I think we heard about this part already, right? I feel like I rewound a little bit. Or does he talk about the racism twice? Here we go. Someone's gonna call in to tell me that my mic is off. Here we go.
Call from Stuart Monroe Photography. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Oh, he hung up. Yeah, I think Stuart was calling to tell me that my mic was off. I was so glad to see the thumbnail for this live because this video has been driving me crazy since it came out. It's none of my business, but I need answers. Okay, we'll get back into it. I'm sorry that I would have known sooner that I turned my mic off, but the live lags. It was twice. Oh, he talks about it twice. Okay. Cool. There was one thing I wanted to that I mentioned. Oh, he says it sounds like someone killed someone he loves, maybe an accident, but it's difficult to speculate. He talks about revenge and having a loss he's never felt before. I have no idea. Right. Oh, yeah, it was Trevor. So Trevor was saying that he supports anything that helps people find some semblance of peace and coping. Look, guys, I'm not anti. Yeah,
Call from Stuart Monroe
Oh, there he is.
Photography. To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
You're live there. Are you calling to tell me that my mic was off?
No, have a look at his Instagram, the top video. It shows you how he was ripped off by some Chinese company, but they've ripped off his viewfinder that he's making, and he's also got a battery grip coming out, and by the looks of it, it's all been ripped off. So, yeah, it's worth checking out. I put a link to his, look at ALT-CINE on Instagram, and you'll see the video there. So that will explain a lot of what's been happening.
Yeah, you know what? I had a feeling when he mentioned the email at the end, I'm like, dude, someone fucked him over, stole his shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I sort of thought, and yeah, because I never really watched his channel, and then I started seeing some of the stuff that he was making. See the video there on the left? The guy that looks the Asian guy with his jet. Yeah, that's the thing that they've ripped off, and they've put a Sony
FX3
logo on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the viewfinder in the middle, they've ripped off as well. He mentions it in the video. But anyway, I'll let you get back to it, and I'll give you a call back.
Wow. Yeah,
okay.
This is good. All right, thank you, Stuart, for dropping this.
Did you like my comment for your contest too?
What's that?
Your bag contest, like the thing I wrote out. Anyway.
Oh yeah, with the voting craft. Yeah, no, I haven't looked at those yet, brother. I haven't looked at those.
Okay, all right. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, man. All right, later. Yeah, there at the end, he was talking about we're doing a giveaway with Wotencraft right now, guys. So go in. You can go check out my Instagram at KidTech KIDDTECH. It's a Wotencraft giveaway. But I also like cross-posted it as a YouTube short as well. Lots of different ways to win. 2 winners, by the way. Okay, that's a lawsuit if someone stole his design. There isn't any gear that's not being copied. Yeah, so yeah, Stuart, yeah, I honestly, that's why I was saying that earlier in the live, I mentioned the toxicity at a corporate level. That's why I said that, because I was kind of thinking that someone either, stole their idea, stole their design, or I was also thinking maybe Sony gave them a cease and desist letter because of what the Reddit page was saying, where it's a $30 sensor that Sony designed for security cameras and dash cams. This might be a different project, though, because, again, this is from 7 months ago. So I just brought this up so we could kind of go through a little bit of the drama. But, okay, I promise. Here we go.
But you know what? You know, when you go through life and you've been through such tough scenarios, situations. A lot of you out there would have been through a lot of tough situations that probably would have broke, most people. But when you go through certain things, you then get a bit of strength, and then you become almost resilient to it. So that kind of stuff, we just kind of just let it go and just carried on in this mission, what we were doing. But something happened outside of cameras, outside of YouTube and ALT-CINE. Something happened, and the only way to explain it is I'm not going to be the same again. It's like, when someone passes away, like a loved one passes away, and then your heart is just like, you feel like it's ripped from you. And this has happened to me, and there's no point. I can't sit on camera talking about camera gear and stuff like that when.
Yeah, so I feel like it keeps rewinding. I might be doing that on accident. So let's just jump over. We kind of get the idea. He definitely took it very strongly, right? Like, he definitely took it to heart. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, that shit, like, we all thought, like, someone died. I thought his wife cheated on him or something. Like, people thought it was, like, some human shit. But it was a human stuff on a different level, of, like, I guess, pure thievery. So he says, good things come in small packages. There's no rocket science here. Just find a good product, in this case, a good display, and put it in a package that anyone can build. A few years ago, this was unheard of. You'd have to spend hundreds to get something decent, and now they can be put together in 5 minutes. Yeah, so I guess he made their own EVF, which is insane. So, and then here it is in the case, EVF case DIY. This is pretty rad. They were making little EVFs, 720p EVF, micro OLED, power via HDMI, adjustable diopter, 120, what is that, pounds? Total build, requires 3D printer. Is that Euro? Guys, I don't know these little logos. I am a moron. I apologize. But hey, it looks like they were making their own little, like, Sigma EVF type thing here. Like, oh, Jesus, what have I done? Okay, let's check this out. Oh, here he is. Hold up.
Today, we had a few problems with the website because WordPress was being updated. But as we were about to drop the video, we've just seen someone has actually cloned the Sony FX3 and FX30 expansion pack. Now, because of this, we're going to delay the EVF for a couple more weeks. There's actually two reasons why. Now people are starting to capitalize on the designs what we're doing. We need to make sure that when we release a product, it's ready to go straight away. Because of that, I want to test the EVF on as many cameras as I can. So when we release the video, we can just say to you, yes, it'll work on this, this, and this camera, and then you're ready to go and buy straight away. We don't ask much money for what we do, but we do like to get a little return so we can invest that in some other products. The design of the optics has changed slightly. It's going to look pretty much exactly the same. The resolution on the new optics is slightly higher than the one we're currently using. Don't worry, it's still coming, but you're going to get much more information on which cameras it works with. How you doing, everyone? The EVF was meant to drop today. We had a few problems with the website.
Weird. So he's saying, unfortunately, our FX3 expansion pack has now been cloned or somewhat flattered, but this hurts our very small margins. This was from 2 weeks ago. EVF, we had an issue with the website over the weekend, which meant we couldn't load the links for the EVF and upload the YouTube video. Now I'm actually glad because we're sure this product will be in high demand for many cam ops, regardless of brand, and the copycats will rip off the design. We're also glad for the delay because we ordered the exact same EVF from the same store. It was delivered today and the design is different. We checked the item in our purchase inbox. They even changed the images whilst the parts were in transit. Whilst the new one is slightly better, this causes a big issue like the slinger handle. This would have caused big problems as the manufacturers like to change their designs rapidly, so buyers may end up with something different. Before we release the video in a couple weeks, I would have had the opportunity to test it with a large selection of cameras for 100% clarity. If you are interested in EVF, I suggest you buy the parts as soon as we release the video, as this is the most affordable quality EVF on the market. Lastly, because this causes many issues, we may have to change our business model completely. This means that items cannot be available for purchase for long periods of time if they require any specific parts. Wow, they did Control+C, Control+V with no shame. Hopefully your audience will know who the real inventor was. I don't know if this is the same. I don't know if this is connected though. Because he seems very upbeat in this Instagram video. Like, not upbeat, but he's not like, oh my God, they just shot my dog down John Wick style. Like, he's full John Wick mode right here, dude. And here he's kind of just like, you know, like he even says they're somewhat flattered that they got copied. I'm telling you, man, this is something else, bro. I love this. Now we're like detectives. Oh, shit.
And it doesn't really mean anything to me anymore. I don't think much means to me anymore. So, you know, I've got to really do a bit of soul searching now because, yeah, when you get news like this, you just can never be the same again. It's impossible. So now I've just got to try and find a way through this and, yeah, and try to, I don't know. It's like, I don't know what to do because it's like I've never been through this before. I never thought this would happen to me. So, and it's been hard to deal with. You know, not really sleeping much the last few days, not eating. You know, I'm just slowly getting my appetite back now because I realised that I was holding so much resentment and anger and craziness that I was actually starting to be sick myself. Like I still feel sick now, but at least I'm starting to eat again. But yeah, it's tough and it's going to be tough, and I just literally can't talk about this stuff anymore. So, you know, Simon understands the situation, and you know, there's things that we need to do.
This is it's pretty. Here's why I think it's like here's why I think it's more like a cease and desist thing that has to do with this other project. Because like the ambiguity of it all doesn't make sense in my brain. You know what I mean? Because like, you know, if it was like a death or like something like that, or like what I thought like his wife was cheating on him or something, you know, like I feel like you would just kind of say that because you would be so upset, you would just say it. You know what I mean? Like you would just say it. This feels more, and I only say it because if we get to the end, he talks about how he got an email. He got an email. That's why I think it's like a legal thing.
Call from Stuart Monroe Photography.
Here we go.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
You're on live, Stuart, mate.
I'm sorry to bother you again, but if you look on his channel, the second video is the new camera that they've made that the guy from the Chinese takeaway guy that was holding it up ripped it off. So I posted the link in the chat, or just go to the ALT-CINE YouTube channel and you'll see it there. That's the one that guy's ripped off.
Oh, on their main page, that this slinger thing. Oh, the slinger is that?
Yeah. No, if you look at on their YouTube channel, I put the link in the chat. You'll see it there.
Yeah, I'm on there now though. I don't see a camera. I see the. You're talking
No,
about
not
the
slinger.
the battery grip.
Next to the. No, hang on. What the fuck am I looking at?
Dude, the most recent video.
About 5 months ago.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Yeah, it came up as the suggest. If you look at the Sony FX extension pack, that's the one that's been ripped off.
Yeah, I think it's the one that he's holding
5
in
months
this
ago.
video right here. Build a battery grip for your FX3 and FX30.
Yeah, that's the one that the Chinese guys ripped off. So
yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
I can understand though when you put all that effort into stuff and then some fucking piece of shit rips it off. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Rips it off.
Oh no, 100%. It's still it's like I was saying, it's the toxicity at a corporate level.
It'd be like me ripping off your hairstyle.
Yeah. Unacceptable.
I'll let you get back to it.
To the gallows.
Right. See ya.
All right. To the gallows. Oh man. This is the new camera they ripped off. Yeah, this is sad. Hope you stay strong. He does say outside of cameras, outside of YouTube. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's true. He did say that at the beginning. I just feel like if it was like a death, but yeah, then again, what the fuck do I know? He doesn't seem like that type of guy though. He has always been secretive about his family. So if there was news about them, he wouldn't share about it. Yeah. So maybe someone got 187'd then. Maybe. I hope not. That's horrible. He's been working on that expansion pack for a long time, like 3 years or something. I just want to share what he says at the end about an email though. Nah, Stuart, who cares, mate? It's a good voice, mate. It's a good voice.
Still have some obligations that we need to meet. You know, people that have ordered, custom cameras from us, we still need to fulfill those. We still got some things outstanding that we need to fulfill. And then there's a couple review videos which I've got coming out, and thankfully they're recorded as well, because otherwise I don't think I'd be able to even do like the voiceover. So, yeah, we're gonna fulfill our obligations, get these last few review videos out, and then I'm probably just gonna say goodbye from there. I can't see myself coming back on camera now and talking about this stuff when nothing just really means anything anymore. Now, again, I didn't make this video for people to, have sympathy and start talking in the comments and stuff like that. I understand. I know what you guys are going to say, and I really appreciate it. You're going to tell me keep your head up, rise above it. It takes time and stuff like that. But I don't know with this one, boy. This one is a tough one. This one is going to be the toughest fight I've ever had in my life, mentally. And and it's my faith. It's only my faith that's keeping me going right now. My faith in Jesus Christ is the only thing that's keeping me going. People say that Christians are weak, and we don't have lean on God. Like you have to draw it out of yourself because things. But this is going to be a hard one to deal with. So yeah, on that note, I think I'm just going to leave it there. So we are also, I just wanted to say that we are going to release the EVF, and the Eve will still be upcoming as well, late December. But the Eve project will just be on Discord. So if you're interested in the Eve, all the stuff is going to be on Discord because Simon is going to handle that. And the EVF, I'll probably make some I don't know, some sort of tutorial. I won't be talking in it. I'll probably just show you, which cameras it works with, and how to put it together. And then you can go from there and just build it and download it. We had, even though we had so many challenges, and now that the Chinese as well have started ripping off our products, and they're already advertising the EVF, and we haven't even finished. We have the finished model, but the one that we've been showing is not even a finished model, and they're already starting to promote it. So it's kind of that kind of stuff we was ready for that fight, to innovate and try to come with easy things what people can build. But now, from last week when I got this news, the fight is not there, boy. Not in this game. Not in this. I literally can't take this. So it's gonna take everything I've got to get through this, and I'm just gonna try and just kind of. Sorry. I'm just gonna do everything I've got to get through this, and just try to live positively, and just spend some time with the family and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it really. Like I said, if anyone's waiting for anything from us and you paid for anything, don't worry, that stuff is going to be sorted out. We'll handle everything. But yeah, that's it really. That's all I can say. So take care, guys, and just keep going forward. Try if life brings you down, just try to fight. Don't feel bitter.
Weird. I don't know why, but the first time I watched this, I could have swore he said something about an email. I must have misheard it then. You know what? Yeah, man. I think so, man. I think something horrible happened in his personal life. But either way, the whole topic still stands. The Chinese people have still ripped him off, right? The whoever they are. That sounded horrible, by the way. I apologize. I did not mean for it to sound that crazy. Oh no. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know I'm laughing. I shouldn't be laughing. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying though. Whoever these people are, rip them off, man. This guy ripped them off. These guys, they're ripping them off, man. Okay, that is still stands, right? That is the toxicity of our camera department, camera industry rather, camera department, camera industry at a corporate level. That is corporate level toxicity. You know, that's not a good thing to do, right? Stealing ideas and things. But also, guys, the toxicity is because these guys, you know, you heard him say at the beginning of the video, man, racism and people buying everything and then returning everything the same day, just like crazy, stupid, psycho stuff. And it started, I think, 7 months ago. At least we can track, we can follow the internet crumbs and say they've been dealing with a lot of, dare I say, hate for at least 7 months, right? This is 7 months ago in the cinematography group. Again, like, what was it? Like damn near 200,000 people in this group. This is why you need to have patents and copyrights all in a row, even overseas. No, I didn't say that, Trevor. Trevor, no. People are always going to make a ripoff. That's part of the industry. Yeah. Yeah, and I can't imagine these guys didn't have patents though. But anyway, so there's this huge thing that happened on, you know, to go back to the toxicity. These guys are saying, you know, like, oh, you know, they're using these $30 Sony sensors in here that were used for cameras and dash cams. Look, regardless, like, who cares? Like, who cares what it is? Who cares where they get the sensor from? Like, I mean, look at all the dumb stuff that not to call this dumb, but you know, like Kodak. Did you know Kodak wanted to compete with the damn Labubus? So they made these things called shamaras or something. They're little keychains that have like little 6 megapixel sensors in them. They're keychain Kodak cameras, and it's a blind box deal, like a fucking Labubu or something. And they just have gone wild. People are going crazy for these keychain cameras. They're sold out everywhere. The original price was like $30 on the Kodak website, and now people bought these up and they sell them on Facebook Market for like $100 for these goofy little keychain cameras. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm talking about this because it's like, no one cared. Like, these things are flying off the shelves. And I know it's not the same as like, you know, what these guys are building over at ALT-CINE, but I'm just saying, like, who cares what the sensor is? You know, like, it doesn't matter. It's like, if you don't like it, you don't have to fucking buy it, dude. You know what I mean? But these, you know, certain people take it upon themselves to be like, oh yeah, we got to get to the bottom of this. This is a blasphemy to the cameras, or you know, it's like, what the fuck? Who cares if you don't like it? Just you don't have to fucking go on Reddit and start a goddamn thread about it. You know, that's just, you know, it's just a thing, right? And look, in their defense, you could say, well, maybe Justin, he's just trying to find out information about this, and he doesn't have any real friends in the cinematography community, so Reddit is all he has to find out his information. He doesn't know how to use Google on his own, you know, so he's got to go on here and start a goddamn thread. But I would disagree with you because he is kind of attacking them in even this original post, you know, because if he wasn't, it wouldn't turn into a thing of like, they made a few substantial claims as to the capability of the camera and the sensor. It's like, yo, who talks like that if you're just looking for information? They made a few substantial claims. It's like, dude, did your goddamn lawyer write this up for you? I thought this was Reddit, dude. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is the beginning of that mob mentality, that toxicity that just breeds in our camera world, right? And so they went in on them. They go in on them. And there are a few people in here to help defend them. And again, this is 7 months old. And we don't know how long this shit has been going on with them before this 7-month-old, you know, thing happened on Reddit, right? This is just what I can find in one simple little Google search. Imagine what his real life is like, right? Imagine what, or I guess it's a company, right? Imagine what their real life is like, you know, like, holy shit, you know, I thought I had it bad, holy moly, you know, good God, okay? They're pretty active on the CinePie Discord. Now, look, I don't know what the CinePie Discord is. Mitchell Brinker sounds like a wanker. Is that his name? Mitchell Brinker. He looked way too far into it to be just asking what people think. That's what I'm saying too. So apparently they said, I think that the cheapest model looks like it could be a lot of fun. Look, this guy's with it. Could be a lot of fun as a modern Super 16 camera to use with my C-mount lenses. CinePie currently lacks a good solid UX, and what ALT-CINE are showing would actually make it usable. I hope they contribute some stuff back to the project. Is it going to have the same IQ as a Super 35 or full-frame cinema camera? No. Could something like this become the spiritual successor to the digital Bolex? Badass camera, by the way. Maybe, he says. He says, for me, this is something to watch while it matures and develops, though not necessarily something I'd invest any money in before seeing how it shapes up. Yes, that's how a real human being reacts to it, right? Not like this, like making it sound like you're a goddamn lawyer looking to like prosecute the man with crazy words like a few substantial claims. And I found, you know, accusing them of like using a $30 Sony sensor for, and again, who cares even if it was? Who cares if it was? And then, you know, as it's raising some red flags for me, you know, but meanwhile, I'm glad that, you know, Eats Too Much Jam came in here, you know, with at least a little bit of like, hey man, just chill, bro, you know? Okay, and for those that, okay, so then someone else came on and said, for those that don't know, CinePie is the open source camera framework for Raspberry Pi. I don't even know, what are we going back in time to Blackberries now? A cheap microcontroller computer chip for hobbyists. If sold for cheap, then it could be a fun thing to play with, but it's not in the same league as Sony or any other big brand. So you see what's happening here? Like, people are pissed off that like, oh, he doesn't have like a real sensor in this thing. Like, hey man, you know, and it's like, well, you go make your own goddamn camera from the ground up and see how it works out for you, you know? It's like, Jesus Christ, bro. Like, you know, I mean, come on. Are we all in our garages making a new camera? No. So what the fuck, dude? Like, it's crazy to me that people even want to like battle this or like want to like talk down on it. And again, it's fine if you don't like it. But look, if this was real world and our dude is out there on the street, you know, and what, like if we lived in the street, like if we literally all lived in the street, the world would be so much better, right? It just really would. Because imagine he's out there making a camera, you know, if anyone came up to him and started challenging him because like, oh, what the fuck, that's not the sensor you use, he would be the psycho on the street. You all know that. He would be like, oh, who's arguing with him? Oh, he's just minding his own business, making a camera, just a fun little thing. We can all use it. It's just going to be a good old time. And then you got Psycho Joe coming out of his garage and you're like, oh boy, here comes Psycho Joe. You know, that's what it would be. But the problem is because we don't live in the streets, we live on the internet like a bunch of robots, okay? What happens is, and while I'm literally talking to you on the internet, right? This is the one dying last form here, okay? Help me, you know. Sorry. But, you know, it's the reality, right? Because we're stuck in the internet of Avatar land, Crazy Joe, Psycho Joe, he gets to have a clan now. He gets to have a huge following because a lot of people feel safe behind their avatars, right? It's a problem, man. It's a problem. And you know what? So, you know, good riddance then. I say bring on the AI. We don't deserve it. We don't deserve to have our own art. Let AI destroy us. We're all toxic as shit. As soon as we get fed into the ones and zeros, then we become the toxic ones. We're like, oh God, yes. Now only the robots can save us. Bring us back to what humanity was supposed to be. Kill the computers. Now we really went down a rabbit hole here. Oh my God. Let me get caught up. But you should hit up ALT-CINE to come do a live stream and find out what happened. Yeah, dude. I know, but you know, it seemed like he didn't even want to be on camera for his own shit. So it's cool, man. I hope maybe he gets to watch this and have a good laugh. And I really, you know, if there's Simon and them, if they're out there, man, you know, it's whatever it is, it's messed up. We can clearly tell it's messed up. We're not a fan of these people ripping you off, clearly. I'm not a fan of that shit. I'm not a fan of mob mentalities. I hate that shit. It is a big bummer, man. It all sucks, you know? This is why we can't have nice things, Johnson. This is why we can't have nice things. Right? He's just trying to do some fun stuff for people, you know? That's it. Just trying to, you know, spread a good time. You know, look at this. There's cool stuff they're making on here. And now, you know, a few bad eggs just ruined it for everybody. That's what happens. That's what happens, man. You know, we should know that by now. You know, this is why you can't have anything nice. Yep. So it is a bummer, man. But you know, I don't, you know, I think whatever it is, you know, I have strong feeling that, you know, they'll bounce back from it, whatever it is, right? Because it probably is something, whether it's personal or business, maybe a mix of both, clearly a mix of both, right? And I think anyone can recover from that. You know, anyone can. Hey, look, honestly, anyone can recover from anything. You really can. You really can. You want to know what one of my favorite quotes is, guys? I have to share with you one of the, and I hope if ALT-CINE and them are watching this, because this is a video that I screen grabbed a long time ago. Sorry. And every time I'm feeling bummed out, hold on, Gracie. Every time I'm feeling bummed out, you know what I do? I watch this video because it's just so good, man. It's very quick and easy. Let me just find it real quick, because the ALT-CINE guys definitely need to watch this video. I'm gonna find it and then I'm gonna airdrop it to myself. I hope I can find it. Man, it's been on here for a long time. And then also when the favorites folder gets too big. Oh, guys, don't bail on me now. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Just hold on. Let me just find it here. Here, I'll let him wrap it up. Oh God, see, that's how it kept rewinding. Hold on.
I'm just gonna try and just kind of. Sorry. I'm just gonna. That's it, really. That's all I can say. So take care, guys, and you know, just keep going forward. You know, try if life brings you down, just try to fight. Don't feel bitter. Don't let stress eat you up, because it will just poison your body. Just do what you have to do to get through. And yeah, that's it. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Well, that didn't work. I still didn't find it. I thought that would. Oh, I did find it. Okay. Here we go. No. We don't want to watch that. Okay, I'm gonna airdrop this to myself now, and we'll have such a good. This will bring back anybody. You hear this? This will bring anybody back. This will bring you back, ALT-CINE. This will bring you back, bro. And they speak your language, literally. They're from your side of the world, man. You're gonna love this. This is the most motivational, beautiful thing. I'm not even joking. He
goes, right. Tom, yeah. Goes, do you remember the floods? When Oxford, he goes, yeah, the floods. Do you remember the floods? So, yeah. He goes, do you remember that boy who got his foot stuck in a grate and the river kept rising? And he kept rising, and he kept rising, and eventually they tried to get him out, but he drowned. Yeah. He goes, well, that wouldn't have happened to me. Right? He goes, do you want to know why? I went, yeah, sure. He goes, because I'd have said, cut it off. Nah. Tom, what I'm trying to say is, right? What I'm trying to say is, son, is sometimes, yeah, you've got to cut a little piece of yourself off, yeah, no matter how much it hurts, in order to grow, yeah, in order to move on. Do you know what I mean? What are you having for your tea? I went, I'm having a steak. Goes,
Oh man, you gotta love it, bro. Cut it off. So if you couldn't understand a word he was saying, that's young Tom Hardy, by the way, telling an amazing story about Bronson. So guys, look, I know all my youngins out there. You think you know Tom Hardy. You don't know. You're not a real Tom Hardy fan until you've watched Bronson. Okay, so he's talking about how he prepared for the film Bronson, and he got to become friends with the real Bronson. If you don't know the real Bronson, he is a notorious English criminal. I know ALT-CINE knows who Bronson is. This and Tom Hardy. Goddamn, it's probably one of my favorite Tom Hardy movies of all time. As him performing, and would you look at that? It's a Nicholas Winding Refn film. What else did Nicholas Winding Refn make? Drive, one of the best movies of all time. Drive, right? Yeah, this is an amazing film. So basically, if you couldn't understand what he was saying, he's talking about how Bronson told him a story about how I guess there was some infamous floods that happened over there, and a little kid got his leg stuck in the grate, and they couldn't get him out of the grate. He was stuck, and the kid drowned because the floods came. And Bronson was like, that would have never happened to me because I would have told him to cut it the fuck off, you know? He was just basically saying, and that's what he said at the end, you know, to keep growing, you got to cut a little bit of yourself off. I love that. I love that so much. And I just feel like maybe ALT-CINE needed to hear that, you know, just hear a little bit of that, you know, you gotta cut a little bit of yourself off to evolve, you know? And it sucks. It sucks, man. It sucks. I used to love to party, man. God, I couldn't think of anything but I lived to party. I lived to party. I was the party master. I was the great Gatsby. I was, you know, I lived for it. I lived for it. And yeah, I have not been drunk since 2013. I have not been drunk since September 1st of 2013. Do you know how hard that was to do? And it did. It felt like I was cutting a part of my brain out. Like more than that, my soul. It felt like I literally had to cut a part of me out and just boom, 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 you know, just like annihilate. I had to annihilate a part of myself to move on, to save myself. Wow, that's prolific, right? I had to annihilate a part of myself to save the good part of myself. Oh, shit, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I got too excited about that one. Oh, shit, man. Yo, it is true, though. He says, hold on. What are you talking about? Jody Weep says, did you see Cam's The Shill's last live? Nah, dude, I don't. He's talking smack about me again. Are you? Was it definitely me? Or is it just like, you know, because look, that man has never uttered my name on tape. So that would be amazing. If you can confirm that he uttered my name, we will go watch it. But those guys, nah, they don't have it in them. They don't have it in them. They don't have it in them. They do not have it in them. They do not. I'll let you guys in on a little secret, right? After all the craziness happened, you know, I sent Cam a nice big long email. It's like 5 paragraphs. Maybe not that long, but it was definitely at least a couple paragraphs, right? Nice email. But I was being honest with him. You know, I was trying to like encourage him to be real, you know, like, and I think I said that. I was like, you know, your fans are expecting, I think, some genuine honesty out of you and your little friends, you know, like it would be cool to see that. And all he wrote back was that his lawyer has advised him not to respond or something like that. But look, I was never served, right? So it's like, okay, why are you saying that to scare me? Clearly they did, because this was forever ago, right? I never had nobody come up here and serve me papers yet, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, why even say that then? You know, like, oh, you know, because it honestly, it didn't spook me at all, right? Because did you know, guys, too, that there's already been some like YouTube beef brought to like Capitol Hill, right? Like brought to like Senate and stuff, like people trying to sue each other over what people are saying on YouTube. And a federal judge ruled it out, just threw it out immediately and was like, YouTube literally exists for social discourse. He was basically saying like YouTube is literally made for people to talk shit about each other. A federal fucking judge said that. So do you think fucking I'm gonna be afraid of someone fucking, a lawyer advised me not to respond to you. Okay, good idea. Good advice, bro. Get the fuck out of here, dude. No, but yes, if he mentioned my name, yes, we will go watch it 100%. 100%. Otherwise, I'm not gonna give him the view. It's crazy how he ends with keep moving forward, don't let stress get to you, as he's actively giving up on his business due to stress. No, I know, but you know how it is. That's why I said he'll probably come back, man. He'll probably come back. You know, oh, that's a horrible frame to land on there. You know, he'll probably come back. You know, honestly, he probably will. It's like I say, you know, we can survive everything. Look, if it's a business thing, it's not the end of the world, okay? But if it is a personal thing, you know, meaning something happened to a loved one, God forbid, that's brutal, man. You know, that's brutal. And if that is the case, you know, combine that with the revenge aspect that he was saying, that he just has so much revenge. It's like, yeah, it could be something, yeah, like someone brought up, like maybe like a DUI manslaughter type thing or something. That's brutal, bro. Brutal, bro. And there's no, that stuff. Look, if he lost a child, there's no coming back from that. But also, I hope it's not that. I hope it's not that. Right? Because that I feel you don't come back from what I've witnessed anyways. Here we go. We got someone live here. New Brunswick, New Jersey.
Call from
Hello, hello. You're live.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Who do we have here? I missed the intro there.
Yeah, no worries. It's Afate Anam. I am a small film studio, just a little creator. Just calling in to give you props on this, man. Like, thank you for bringing this to light.
Of course, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I feel like this is the stuff that should be talked about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I must say, your the video that you did a while back with the tiers, the YouTuber tiers, the tier list, hilarious, bro. Absolutely hilarious.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, that got a lot of attention too. You know, people still watch that. They watch the replay.
Yeah, definitely keep going, man. You're an inspiration for, smaller nobodies like me.
I love it, dude. But don't call yourself that, bro. Don't call yourself that. You got.
Oh no, I'm just being facetious.
Yeah, yeah. 100%, dude. Well, good, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it, and I appreciate you calling in, brother.
Yep, for sure.
Hey, what are you shooting on though? You gotta tell us what you're shooting on currently.
Oh, right now, a GH6, red Komodo, and I'm about to get a red V-Raptor XE because I think that's a great deal.
Ooh, damn, moving up in the world. All right, then. Hell yeah.
I'll officially be a real boy.
Oh, shit. Yeah, dude, that's awesome, man. Congratulations, brother.
No worries.
All right, man. All right, take care. Hell yeah. Got another satisfied customer. All right, let's see. Cam Mackey, the Johnny Depp guy. Yeah, he was talking smack on Justin again. Did he say my name though? I started Evolution shortly after birth when they performed a certain procedure on me. Oh, god damn. Was it the circumcision? It's like that line from The Long Kiss Goodbye, life is pain, you just get used to it. He called you dog shit, man. It was in the first quarter of his live. You live rent-free in his head. The dog shit, man? Oh, no. We have to go roast him. Because, this is the thing, too. Gerald. You guys know Gerald. The Gerald. I had a phone conversation with him. And he was saying how, like, because you know what? Gerald was kind of low-key defending Cam, right? Like, he was like, I don't know if I would have made a video called... What's wrong with Cam Mackey? And I was like, what? And so like I was like, but he clearly came for me. You understand that, right? And he was like, well, he said a lot of stuff, me and Patrick, he's talking about Patrick Tommaso. He was like, me and Patrick could say the same thing, we could say the same thing. He talked a lot of stuff about a lot of people. And I think he was talking about the Threads thing, right? But then I'm like, bro, literally, his short film said Dog Shit Productions. That was a direct jab towards DOGTIMES Productions, right? You do know that I have an LLC for many, many years called DOGTIMES Productions, right? Like, it's been in existence since 2016, bro. It's like, no, you're not going to sit there and tell me, like, nah, I don't think he was talking about you, bro. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Anyways, unfortunately, I do know Gerald. I've had the displeasure of meeting him. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Ranger 7. Ranger 7 doesn't like Gerald. I don't know, man. He was cool to me. Let me see if we can find it. Because now I want to know. I want to get to know ya. I want to get to know ya. Dude, his photo kills me, bro. It kills me. This one, you're talking about this one? Nikon ZR, Leica, ADHD, and Creative Hang. Oh, I don't know if I can bear this. Like, it's already, like, giving me a stomach ache. And he's got somebody with him? Oh, my goodness. Good for him, though. He's got his place looking like a pool hall. He's got that going for him, at least. He's living in what was that movie with Paul Newman and Tom Cruise? What was the Paul Newman and Tom Cruise movie where Tom Cruise is like a badass pool player? What was it called? Something about money. Good evening, Boca Miscreants. Boca Miscreants. Hold on. Do you guys know? I think it's called The Color of Money. I think that's the name of the movie. Hold on. We have to find it. It's an old one, boy. You know, I mean, look, I'm not this old, guys. I just, you know, I am a cinephile. Look, I was 2 years old when this movie came out, all right? So everybody just chill. But I am a cinephile. I love movies. Did you know that? Did you catch that yet? Yeah, so look, The Color of Money. Look at Tom Cruise. Oh, shit, dude. This is a badass movie, though. Look, they had the Warren Zevon. How do you say that? Warren Zevon? Warren Zevon on the soundtrack. They don't make movies like this no more, boys. They don't make movies like this no more. Shit, what you talking about? What you talking about? They don't make movies like this no more. They don't make movies like this no more. Look at the pool hall, dude. Oh, dude, killer. Look, it's Cam Mackey's house. Where is it? Right here. It's Cam Mackey's house, bro. Look at his house. He lives in a pool hall. Why does he live in a pool hall? Oh, shit, dude. He's living in a bar. He's lost it, man. He's going downhill. He's living in a bar, bro. Doing his live streams in a bar with his Peaky Blinders hat on. Come on, man. He doesn't deserve to wear a Peaky Blinders hat, bro. You gotta earn that shit, dude. Come on, bro. You already know what time it is, dude. Peaky Blinders hat. Look at our man, dude. He looks like Eraserhead. He looks like Eraserhead. This is such a good film, though. Guys, look. I mean, would anyone dare do a movie that looked like this nowadays? Hell no. If I put something like no, dude, you would get reamed. People would ream you, and this is classic cinema right here. Like, this is the way it was just grunge, bro. Like, yeah, get the chick on the bed, Paul Newman in the door. I mean, look at this. This is grungy, bro. Grungy. Look, if Wandering DP was on here, he'd be like, sun sandwich. This is a sun sandwich. Oh, shit. Look at this. Damn. Now, this is a shot. Look at that. They're up in the valley, bro. That's NoHo, dude. I used to live on that street. Shit, what you know? Not bad. Like, you can clear. We can see the light mat. They're like, can we get the gaffer, please? I can see the light map perfectly in this ball. No, that's the top light. That's the top light. It makes sense. But yeah, you see the top lights and they're round. What? No, we have round can lights. That's a light mat. Nah. It's the light you can't see off camera. That's where the rectangle is. Oh, shit. This is classic, though, bro. 1986, dude. I was 2 years old. Look at Paul Newman. Classic cinema, dude. They don't make them like this no more, boys. Look at that. Read them and weep. That's how I should do it. My mustache. And he's none of this digital BS. Yeah, true. Oh, Z-Vaughn? He might just be shy, but I don't know. Oh, you talking about Gerald. Look at this. Yeah. Damn, dude, this movie's gnarly, bro. Look at that. Total Dutch. It was the first film to go Dutch, by the way. Nah. I'm just talking crap. This is a cool angle. You're lining up. Like, what if we just went lower, though? You're like, okay, we can go a little lower. Put it down. No. What if we went lower, though? Oh, okay, we'll go down. It's like, no. I want to see his crotch and his head at the same time. Okay, yeah, we can go that low. Holy shit, dude, it's so low. Wow, man. Gnarly, dude. Gnarly stuff. It's good, though. I love it. I'm not talking trash to talk trash. I'm roasting in jest. Is this before Paul Newman's Own Dressings Ranch was out? Oh, 100%. Child World? Holy shit, what is that? Get that off the screen, bro. That was weird, dude. I'm so thankful for digital, though. Honestly, I don't have the patience for film. LOL. It is beautiful, though. Dude, this is wild, man. I love it. Yeah, because look how much they retain out that window, bro. Come on. And it's snow. It's a snowy day out there. And then look at the inside. Wow. Honestly, I think this is the hardest thing for us to figure out how to do on digital. This right here. Honestly, it is. I don't know. Call me crazy. This is the hardest thing to do on digital, bro. This shot right here. Damn near impossible. if you don't have the gear. I'm talking about if you don't have the gear, right? If you don't have at least a 5-ton sitting out on the street, this you could never do. You and I could never show up with our little, I got my little lighting package. Here comes my 1200. Will you put my 1200 outside, please, Johnny? Could you imagine? No, dude. No. You ain't gonna do this. You're not gonna do this. Me and you can't do this unless we get the monies. We need the monies to do this. Like, you know what I mean? It's so hard to do this on digital. And I know, like, yeah, it would be just as hard on film too, Justin. But the difference with the film is that it's backwards. The film is backwards. The film needs light. The film needs so much light. The film needs insane amounts of light. Insane amounts of light. Like, literally, it needs so much light. And that's how it retains all of the highlights so effing well. That is why everyone is obsessed with highlight roll-off. Because nothing has highlight roll-off like film. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. Not even the Arri Alexa. Get the fuck out of here. It don't have it. It doesn't have it. It never will have it. It can't. It just can't. I don't know why, but it just can't. It's something to do with the film. It's the chemistry. It's the emulsion. I don't know. It's gnarly to me. Maybe because they would have to figure out how to make a sensor that just cannot get enough light. But then I guess it would just have to be also really good in the noise levels as well, because like you understand the catastrophe you would be in there. You know what I mean? That's the whole reason why they made the BSI CMOS sensors. They had to illuminate the sensors from the backside to kind of help with the noise, right? It'll never be film, you know? I'm just saying, this is so hard to do without the gear on digital. You know, it just is. It's gnarly. And I think, like, man, I don't know. You know, it's cool that the film is like it's made a crazy resurgence, even to the point where Yahoos like me started using film last year. You know, I didn't ever care about film. I never you know, I was like Roger Deakins, man, like, no, I don't need film, you know, like, cause you know, that's how Roger Deakins prefers everything to be pristine. He wants to see what he's getting, like, you know, because he's said, you know, film is stressful. And yeah, film is way too stressful when you're shooting a movie or something. You could only imagine, like, dude, you don't know what you're even doing almost. You know what I mean? Like, it's stressful. So it makes sense of on that level why you'd be like, I'm done with film. But at the same time, I also understand why the ones that love it, you know? Because once you start using it, you're like, oh, this makes sense now. You know, this makes sense now. And a lot of it is because of the areas that, now this one got a little gnarly. Now this one is looking a little digitized. What happened here? Holy shit, dude. That's insane, dude. Sometimes they let it go a little too nuclear, huh? Okay, everything I talked about, forget about it. Forget about it. Holy shit, man. But it is true. Just a lot of good... Wait, Scorsese? This is a Scorsese movie? Are you serious? No, it's not. What is he doing there? Oh, he's the director. Holy cannolis, I never knew that. I never knew that was a Scorsese movie. No wonder it's so good. No wonder it's so good. Wow, I didn't know. I've never known that to be a Scorsese film. Ah, that's awesome. Michael Ballhaus. Oh, he's the same guy that did Goodfellas. Wow. Okay, that explains it then. Wowzers. Do you know how many people like ripped off Goodfellas cinematography? They're still ripping off Goodfellas cinematography. You know what I mean? It's literally where, well, you know what the weird thing is? I was about to say that this film invented like the Steadicam long shot, but that's not true. You want to hear some crazy shit? And you guys probably already know this. Do you guys know where the first long take on a Steadicam was done? Do you know what movie was the first one to do a long take Steadicam? It wasn't Goodfellas. Because, you know, when you think of long take Steadicam, who's the originator of that? Oh, it's Goodfellas. You know, when he walks into the back of the club and he goes all the way to the front of the club, you know, that's a huge long take because he goes from his car to through the kitchen, through the back, and then all the way through the front, all the way to the front of the house, all the way out to the valet. It's a really long one, but it wasn't the first one. It wasn't the first one. I'll tell you which one it was. It was the first Halloween. It was the first Michael Myers movie from 1978. That's when they did the crazy Steadicam shot. It was when Steadicam was first invented even. Like they were still like coming up with the concept of what the Steadicam was. And it was this movie. It was the Michael Myers, specifically when he's going like up the stairs when he first gets in the house. You know, when he goes in and he grabs the knife out of the drawer. The trick is to stay alive. Oh man, I love me some Michael Myers, by the way. I love it. Like it's so enjoyable. I love these Halloween movies. Anyways, yeah, that's a little fun fact for you. So that was in 1978. And Color of Money. Oh, Goodfellas was 1990. I rest my case. Wow. So you know the boys here, Scorsese and Ballhouse, they were like, hey, did you see Halloween? They're like, yeah, that was fucking awesome, man. That was crazy. Yeah. We gotta do one of them Steadicam shots. I don't know why Scorsese talks like that, but that's how he talks. Oh shit. Okay, let's see. I'm so thankful for digital though. Honestly, I don't have the patience for film. Yeah, I know. Me too. I do. I shoot film photography, which I've completely fallen. I've gotten to the point now where I bought a mini fridge right here. This is my mini fridge down here. That's my mini fridge that Marianne made me buy to put all the film in. That's what level we're at. She didn't make me. I actually found it today for $5. You see, I'm a wheeler and dealer. You guys know me. I'm the wheeler and dealer. You know what they call me back home? They call me the scav because I'm a scavenger, you see? All right, let's see. Oh, wow, Child World. That's been gone for decades. Dude, you knew what that was? You knew what Child World was? That looked terrifying to me. I wouldn't never want to go to a castle that says Child World on the front of it. It's like, is this like the wannabe Michael Jackson Fantasyland here? Like, what's going on here? The magic of tungsten light, that's what it is. Yeah, nothing does light roll off better than film, 100%. Nikon ZR could hit that shot. Yeah, keep dreaming, Scott the Dreamer. It's the grain that modern cameras don't have. What Pootie Tang shot on film? Yeah, I think Pootie. Yeah, are you being serious? Because there is a movie called Pootie Tang. Louis C.K. Oh man, we hate Louis C.K. now. I can't talk about Louis C.K. in this house, bro. I watched The Black Phone 2 last night, and they went over the top with Dehancer. They did? They did? What makes you say that? Not counting Steadicam, Hitchcock's Rope had a long shot. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I guess I should have clarified that. The first real Steadicam shot. Yes, it was Toy Store that was in direct competition with Toys R Us. Yeah, I know. Score on that fridge is only $5. That's what I said, bro. Good deal, bro. And it works too, surprisingly. Okay, so we did go and see this. We went and watched this movie. The first one. I've never seen the second one. We only saw the first one. I mean, this doesn't look too crazy to me. You think this is over the top? This looks clean. Or do you think they cleaned it up for the stills? Do you think they cleaned it up for the stills? It doesn't look like crazy, like, graininess to me. I mean, these are a little mushy. This one looks mushy. How can they have some mushy and some clean? I don't understand that at all. Oh, just crazy 16mm clips? Wait, this film was shot on 16 mil? Oh, the dream bits. Ah, okay. Okay, stop talking. Because we saw the first one. We'll eventually watch this one. Okay, I see. Sony Cine out the Venice 2 with Cook Anamorphic. Well, yeah, with that combo, you would definitely have to put some Dehancer on. Sony Cine out the Venice 2. Good lord. And look at that. Oh, it's 8 mil, bro. That's why. It wasn't 16 mil. It was 8mm some scenes. Some scenes shot on 8mm with AXSR 7. Super 8. Yeah, that's what's up. Super 8. I still got 2 Super 8 cartridges. I don't know. I've been trying to get projects to let me shoot them. I'll be like, yo, are you sure you don't want your music video to like have some crazy Super 8 in it? Some people are like, yeah, we can do that. Well, yeah, maybe we'll look into that. Yeah, okay, I think we can do that. Oh, man. You sure you don't want to shoot like, 16 frames a second? Oh shit, dude. Yeah, man. Yeah, we got to see this one. Anyways, yeah, man. I wish this guy. Nah, dude, I can't stomach it. I can't watch this shit, dude. I don't give a fuck, bro. I wish all the best to ALT-CINE, man. Cause I mean, they went in on him, bro. Bro, he literally says in the video that they are working with the dude that made Cine Pie. Yeah, see. So he had some good supporters in here, but he just had a lot of haters too. The fact that their own video about the camera is poorly shot. Look, you know what I mean? Yeah, we're not even gonna read this. This is horrible. This is what I hate. This is the toxicity too, man. It's like, why did, everyone talks, this happened when they first dropped the Komodo too. When they first dropped the original Komodo, the Komodo OG, anybody that made a video about that camera, and I'm talking about before they put it on the shelves. I'm talking about when only Phil Holland had it. I'm talking about when only Michael Bay had it. When only Jason Momoa had it. Only when Curtis Boggs had it. Or Scott Balcom had it. Those guys. When only those people had it. People were just trashing them online. And I was just like, bro, this is crazy. Like, they weren't, this isn't just like your average YouTuber. These are like already established, well-respected people in the industry. And people are going crazy, just talking so much shit about the footage and how they shot it. And I'm just like, bro, I get it. Here's the thing. It's a subjective art, quote unquote art, right? It's a subjective thing, what we do, right? Not everyone is going to love everyone's stuff. Fine, fair. But don't fucking put it on a goddamn billboard how much you dislike it. That is so fucking... Again, if we lived in the streets, we wouldn't have this fucking problem. Because half the only crazy Joe coming out of his garage at 3 a.m. with a Coors Light in his hand has the balls to, publicly say some crazy shit in public. You know what I'm saying? And then on the internet, everyone gets to be crazy psycho Joe. And it's so not cool, man. It's look, it's fine. If you don't like something, that's cool. You don't like it. You don't have to fucking tell the world that you don't like it. Okay, for instance, I think when people do this, right? For instance, this C47 man, he said the fact that their own video about the camera is poorly shot, yada, yada. That's all I need to know. Okay, that's an asshole thing to do. It doesn't make me sit there and go, yeah, ALT-CINE sucks. No. With someone like me, it makes me go, who the fuck is C47 man? Who the fuck is this motherfucker? You know what I mean? That's who I am. Because I fucking hate bullies, dude. I do. I hate it. And I know that sounds crazy to people because I think some people think I'm a bully. I've been called a bully because of the YouTube videos I've made. And it's like, bro, you're watching my shit out of context. You're watching it out of order. If you think I'm the bully, you're fucking crazy, right? And that's when I started to spiral a little bit because I'm like, bro, I'm being attacked for defending myself now. I'm being called a bully for defending myself now. This is psycho shit, That's why I had to get away from it because I'm like, wow, dude, I'm spiraling bad now. Because people, it's all out of context. It's just little blurbs. It's little bloop, bloop, bloop. We're scrolling. We're going, did you know that the human brain, we consume so much that we can't even contain everything we're consuming. We're not intelligent enough to do that yet. Literally, that's a proven thing. We consume so much. We don't even have the ability to retain what we're consuming. It's insane. It's like on a whole nother level of insanity. It really is. It really is. It's a dilemma, right? That I could do a whole video about on another day. But what I'm saying is that is why I hate bullies. And why I'm not a bully, because I come across as a bully when I start defending myself, right? But if you're going to go on a public forum and publicly talk shit about someone that is in your fellow art community, bro, that's some toxic bullshit, right? That is some bullshit that is not cool, and it just says a lot about that particular person's character, right? Because I go, C47 man, there's a guy that is probably a piece of shit, right? You know what I mean? Clearly, literally. He's the guy that I probably don't want to hang around, right? He's the guy that when you get a couple beers in him, it's like, oh boy, everybody's got to clear out because now, C47 man is going to lose his fucking mind here. You know what I mean? That's the way it comes across, right? It just comes across so hostile and just so petty. And it's like, it's fine if you don't like it, but it's like who cares, right? Like, you don't have to like put in your 2 cents of like why this book sucks or why this photo sucks unless someone's like asking you for that information, right? Because remember, this shit is just like publicly given out. It's just freely given. You know what I mean? It's just, hey, here's my thoughts behind it. And it's like, motherfucker, no one asked you. No one asked you your thoughts behind it. And that's literally what started the whole thing between me and Cam, right? Because he dropped the comment on my video. And I only brought that up because you guys talked about his live stream. So obviously he's fresh in the head now. So thank you for that. But that is how it happened. Because he publicly went on my video and just started talking about how he didn't agree with the way I did my video. He didn't think I did the review the right way. He thought my color grade was ugly. And I'm like, what the fuck? Did Cam Mackey that has like fucking 100,000 subs and he's over here fucking running his mouth on my fucking video? I didn't ask for him. I don't even know him. I don't even fucking know this guy. And I think that's what, in his brain, these people, here, I'm going to diagnose them right now. I'm going to diagnose their problem right now. So they all know what their fucking problem is because they don't want to go to therapy. So I'll be their therapist for the day. Congratulations. Their problem is they need to feed their ego. In their mind, they're going, you know what? I'm so good that if I let them know what I think about their stuff, I think they're going to like really be into that. And they're going to be like, wow, yeah, Cam Mackey gave me some honest critique, man. No, motherfucker, I don't fucking know you like that. I don't care about you that way. I don't think you're the best fucking bee's knees. Like, no one said that about you where I'm from. We don't fucking know you, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point. That's like Dogtown shit. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about DOGTIMES now. I'm talking about Dogtown, right? Back in the day, you try to go surfing in Venice Beach. It ain't going to go down like that with you. You know what I'm saying? If you're not from there, you're not surfing there. You know what I'm saying? It's all the same shit, okay? It's just like, but now with the internet, everybody feels safe. They think, yeah, I can surf anywhere now. Woohoo, it's the internet. I can surf everywhere. I can say whatever I want to say. Nah, bro. I don't play that shit, right? Like, I just don't. And that's why I didn't let Cam Mackey get away with it, right? That's why I don't let anyone get away with it. I don't let them get away with it. I don't play that game. Right? I don't care if I'm not a good cinematographer. I don't care if you don't like what I do. I don't care if you don't think I'm talented. I don't give a fuck about that. Because now we're talking about shit on a personal level. You know what I mean? You've attacked, my art. I don't give a fuck whether you like it or not. Right? But you don't need to come on my platform and let my audience know you don't like it. Right? That is fucking fighting words, bro. You don't come surfing where you're not allowed to come surfing, right? That's what I'm saying. And that's what everyone does here in our camera industry. They all do it. They all do it, even on Reddit, even without a YouTube, right? Because on Reddit, they're even safer. They're safe on Reddit, bro. They're safe here. Well, not now, right? Not now. I just threw C47 man under the bus. You know what I'm saying? So it don't roll like that. You're not safe. You know what I'm saying? All the crazy stuff that Marianne watches on TikTok, by the way, no one's safe now, right? No one should feel emboldened anymore, right? Because they will dude, Gen Z are the cancel kings, dude. They will cancel you out. You know what I'm saying? So people should be afraid of that, right? Like you should, I think it's a good thing, honestly. Like people should be more aware, like, hey, yeah, you can't just go around saying whatever the fuck you want because it's the internet. You know what I mean? That's not allowed, bro. That's not cool. And again, I don't think that would be the case if we all lived in the streets. Maybe we should all fucking move our shit to Skid Row, bro. Maybe we all need to get enlightened a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We need some humility in our lives. You know what I mean? That's really what it boils down to. This hate and this toxicity and this like people love to talk trash. Like it all boils down to we need more humility. You know what I'm saying? We need to get humbled a little bit. Everyone is on their own level. We shouldn't be attacking each other. We should be lifting each other up. Plus, anyone can get better at their art, but awful people will always be awful. Yeah, that's their character, right? We learned that from Son of a Woman. We learned that from Son of a Woman. You want another good movie to watch on a rainy day? Here's a good one for you. Son of a Woman. Do you know, because I grew up without a father, okay? Good riddance. Didn't need him anyways, okay? But this movie, I actually learned a lot of things from this movie, you know, because this is what happens. This is what happens when you grow up without a father. What ends up happening is people in movies they start becoming your father. It's so sad and pathetic, but it's just how it goes, right? So Al Pacino, this crazy madman, right? This guy kind of gave me some life lessons in this movie. That's how crazy maybe my life is, but also like how good this movie is. Like he says some prolific shit in this movie, by the way. I just love this movie. I love this movie to death. But yes, you should go watch it because he talks a lot about character, right? About people that have character, right? The whole movie basically can be summed up to be that. Like it is about character. It's about integrity, right? It's just a beautiful film. Beautiful film. I think Cam Mackey needs to watch this movie, quite honestly. Quite honestly, I think, and I also think the people that stole all the shit from ALT-CINE, they need to watch this movie. They all need to watch this movie. And they need to get a little humility in their lives, okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm working with Chris right now. His face hasn't changed. You are? You're working with Chris O'Donnell? Damn, Ranger 7, bro. Okay, no humble brag. Now you got to tell, well, I guess it's probably NDA. He's probably under an NDA. He can't tell us what he's working on with Chris O'Donnell. Wow, dude, that's cool. Wait, where are you at again? What part of town are you in? Chris O'Donnell shooting stuff? Let's see. I bet you I can find out what you guys are working on. Shit, I don't need you. I can tell you what you're working on. Let's see what it is. Let's see. Is it 911 Nashville? Bro, are you working on 911 Nashville? Oh yeah, Son of a Woman is a really good film. Are you doing something on 911 Nashville right now, Ranger 7? That's actually a really good film. Oh, Trevor said that. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Son of a Woman, bro. Love it. Yeah. Oh, it is what he's working on. You're working on 911 Nashville. Shit, bro. I found it out. I told you, dude. See, I know what everyone's doing. And they say IMDb don't matter. Fuck you, motherfucker. I'm watching all you. I'm watching all you right now on IMDb. Tell me IMDb don't matter. You don't think agents and managers... and this is why it's so crazy to me. You don't think agents and managers care about IMDb, you dumb fucks? What? Look at every influencer. Not you guys. I apologize. When I said that, I wasn't calling you all that. I think you know I'm referring to an entity that isn't part of our live right now. But, you know, very well could be watching, right? But what I'm saying is, you know who was out there that was saying that IMDb doesn't matter. And it's like, and you say you worked in the industry. Hold on. Let me think about this. Hold on. You say you worked in the industry, and yet you don't have any credits on the IMDb. So your defense is no one cares about IMDb? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Agents and managers, people that are gonna hire you to be in the industry, and also, well, whether you want to believe it or not, influencers have managers. What the fuck do you think they exist on? IMDb, bro. IMDb was created for the agents and managers. That's actually why it was first invented. You know what I mean? So to sit there and act like it doesn't matter, that's some bold-ass, ignorant-ass shit to say, bro. I'm sorry, but it is. I mean, look, you saw it in action right there. I found out what he was working on before he even told us he was working on it. You say you're retired. You're clearly not retired. Oh, man. What do you mean? Retired from what? Oh, Chris O'Donnell? Oh, man. If you get an offer to act in a feature film tomorrow, you'd do it. Oh, hell yeah, I'd do it. Hell yeah, I'd do it. Hell yeah, I'd do it. No, what I retired from is the soul-sucking commercial auditions. It was just I couldn't do it anymore. And there is a catch-22 to this, okay? With a lot of agencies in the acting world, okay? If you can't prove, and it's not even really about proving, because I booked a lot of commercials, man. I really did. I was in a lot of commercials, so I proved myself. I proved myself over and over. I was in a lot of commercials. Credit Karma. I mean, we can go watch them, but we're not going to do that because we're not just trust me. I was in a lot of commercials, speaking roles, okay, speaking lines in the commercials. I proved myself over and over and over, and they just kept sending me to these fucking commercials, and I'm like, bro, this isn't like that. That's not. And you guys know clearly. You want to know where this is going, right? Because you can probably put two and two together. What do I hate the most about our YouTube community? Oh, he hates the brands. He like hates dealing with the brands. He doesn't like corporate. Like he kind of hates corporate, like America. Yeah, man. Yeah. This all boils back to my acting career. This shit just keeps chasing me. I'm like, bro, no, dude. I couldn't do one more I couldn't drive 2 hours across town to go to a room where all these guys, they all look just like me, and then I'm gonna go in this room, and they're gonna pour some Pepsi or whatever their stupid product is. They're gonna pour it in a cup, and they're gonna hand it to me, and I say, "Oh, I wasn't given the sides." "Oh no, don't worry, Justin. There's no lines. We just want you to turn sideways and drink the drink." I'm like, what the fuck, bro? You drove 3 hours of your life for that, right? Because you got to round trip it now. You got to take the hour and a half back. You got to sit in the, because every big commercial, for some god-awful reason, auditions on the West Side. I don't know why, but it does. Nowadays, I'm sure it's a lot different, because look, I bowed out way before COVID hit, right? You guys know that. That was why I started making dumb shit on YouTube, right? I mean, that's how it went down. I just couldn't do it anymore. And the thing is, agents, like, unless they can get you a really badass, meaty role in a cool movie, nah, dude. You got to keep going those commercials, bro, because the commercials is what's going to pay. Well, what do you know? Just like in the YouTube world, you got to keep making these commercials because that's how you going to get paid. Fuck that shit, dude. Like, for someone like me, that's just a cinephile to the core. I told you guys, I grew up on movies because I practically had to, right? Like it's just like, that's all it's like movie making, love of films. It's in my core, my soul. I couldn't cut it out if I wanted to. You know what I mean? And it's like, this is all I have. And then you're telling me when you get to the level of where it exists, you're telling me that it's all ads? You're just heartbroken. You're like, oh my God, dude. You know, it's like, nah, bro, I just can't do it. You know, I can't do that part of it. I can't do the ass kissing part of it. I can't do none of it, bro. I can't network. They want you to do all of this stuff that, to me, I'm like, now this shit don't make sense to me, man. You know, like, it should just be on merit and talent alone, but it's not. It's not like that. It's not like that anywhere. It's not like that in the real Hollywood. It's not like that on YouTube. It doesn't exist. It exists in these underground little pockets, right? So that's where you get kind of these wild artists. You get these kind of out-of-the-box types that nowadays, oddly enough, thanks to social media, is helping those little guys get that platform now, right? I'm specifically thinking about the guys that made Talk to Me. The Talk to Me guys have a whole YouTube channel. They have a whole YouTube channel. YouTube channel for the guys who made Talk to Me. Are you guys aware of that? Yeah. Is it Rocka Rocka? Nah. Is that the name of their channel? I think this is yeah, it is. Yeah. This is the channel. So they would make full-on movies on this. Isn't this? Or is this a real YouTube thing? Nah, this is a different channel. This is like an actual, like, so they were also apparently straight up YouTubers. But I watched a movie that they made, like an actual movie that they made that was not Talk to Me, that was on YouTube. I don't know. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Because this is them. This is definitely them. But this isn't the channel that... Maybe they have another channel. I'm so confused right now. Anyways, these guys were also making movies on YouTube. And that is actually how they got to doing this Talk to Me thing. It happens. Look, Curry Barker did it. The guy that, you know, I shot the chair for. Dude, he's a fucking millionaire now. You know, like, he literally... It's crazy, right? Like, so there is access for the little guys to get into, which is inspiring. Like, it's exciting, it's inspiring. But I don't know. I guess there is a part of me that's like jaded out because I'm like, yeah, well, wait till you get up there now. Wait till they start wanting you to hold this in your hand. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't want to hold this. You know, like, that exists everywhere, you know? And that's the part of the game that I can't play. Where it's like, wait, what do you want me to hold? You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about branding. Branding exists everywhere. It just does. And to me, it's like disgusting. It's like the worst part about all of it. It's just like, man, I feel like it just killed the cinema. Like, honestly, like, people say AI is killing cinema. I think branding killed cinema a long time ago. You know, honestly, like, it just sucks. You don't even know what people like anymore. You know what I mean? Like, because they're told what to wear, what to hold, what to drink, what to eat. It's fucking crazy, man. We went on a crazy sidecar there. I apologize for that. Whew. Yeah, I wore myself out tonight now. Okay, we got to wrap this one up. I'm sorry, man. I went crazy there for a minute. I apologize. I apologize, guys. I do that. See, that's why I can't do lives, man. I get too excited. I go crazy. I went a little crazy. I got lost in the I guess, like, the nostalgia of it all, you know, like I clearly still love it. Like, I love acting, clearly, you know, but, like, I guess I'm just so passionate about it because I'm so bummed out about, like, how it all went down, you know? And maybe there are times where I'm bummed out on myself because I'm like, dude, maybe I should have kept doing it. Maybe I should have just bit the bullet. Maybe I should have just, like, kissed everyone's ass. because I'm not saying you have to do that, but that is kind of what it felt like I had to do. And I think I'm just, yeah, I am bummed out about that a little bit, you know. So clearly, because I'm still like passionate about it. But 100%, if someone knocked on my door and was like, "Yo, we're gonna do this thing," if it was a movie and not a commercial, yeah, I'd do it. I'm working on something right now. We're working on something right now. Like when I say working on something, I'm talking about like it is in the development phase. So like haven't even started writing it yet. But it's already the way that things have been going on my channel, and it is kind of the way that it's going to continue to go because, you know, I'm kind of burnt out on like the whole like, you know, just kind of everything about it, you know? So it is kind of going in the realm of more of what you've kind of seen lately. You know, this one I was kind of obligated to do the lens node thing. Some of these are members only videos. Sorry guys, you know, but you know, I want to, you know, you got to do all the stuff, especially when you don't do brand deals. When you don't do brand deals, please don't hate me for having like members only and Patreon and stuff. But honestly, like you got to do what you got to do when you're not doing the brand deals, you know? So I take every avenue I can get, you know what I'm saying? I'm, you know, they are also entrepreneurs that take the brand deals. So us guys that don't take the brand deals, we also have to be entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying? And clearly I did a lens node video. So clearly it's not like I'm not taking any brand deals, but I'm just very, 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 very selective. And honestly, I don't get a lot of offers nowadays because all the shit went down, and you know, I kind of went crazy a little bit, and so because of that, you know, maybe I nuked the channel a little bit. Some people say I nuked the channel a little bit. And so also I guess that's part of it too, of being like, you know what, that's why we kind of started like doing the short. That's why I did the short film. That's why I did like this series of really weird videos about the gear stuff, you know, because I'm just like, I'm entering like a different phase of my YouTube book now, you know, like, and I guess what I meant to say is I'm entering the next chapter of my time on YouTube. And I think it's going to be very experimental probably at first. It's to the point where I started a whole new channel, guys, honestly, but it has nothing to do with filmmaking because I just can't, I mean, that's how much like distaste is in my mouth about filmmaking. But look, I love these live streams because I'm that type of human being, you know. Obviously I'm like, dude, I want to riff. I gotta go, man, you know. And so I don't think I'll ever stop doing these live streams. I'm always gonna do videos here, but it's just it's just gonna be, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but I think you can feel it, right? Everyone knows that, like, yeah, his channel kind of shifted a little bit, but it's gonna be for the better. That's the point of what I'm trying to say. It's all for the better, right? I think everyone's true colors were shown, and everyone's true colors will continue to show. And that's why I wanted to do this video on ALT-CINE, because it kind of tied into that. Regardless, whatever happened for this video, we do know that, yeah, man, some things happened to him that also are scummy, right? On a corporate level, right? People doing scummy shit at all levels of our industry. That's kind of, you know, it's not good, bro. It's not good. You just needed that one break, but that's the story of all actors, I guess. Yeah, and that's what they say. That's what they say, right? You got to keep riding the wave till you get the break, you know? And it's just like, yeah, maybe, and that's the thing too. A lot of people will say, oh, dude, you quit too soon. You quit too soon. And I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I didn't quit soon enough. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. Because one of the reasons why I did it, here's something crazy for you, and then we'll call it a day. I was going to say The Shining for the first iconic Steadicam shot. I do think Shining came after, yeah, 1980. They all came after Halloween, bro. Yeah, I'm telling you, I watched a documentary on it. Where they said that it was something brand new they were experimenting with, and they was like, yeah, it's called the Steadicam. Anyways, I got completely thrown off now talking about the Steadicam thing. You can always go back to acting. Oh, I was going to say maybe I didn't quit soon enough, because here's the crazy part about it. And here's the reality of it, because I went a little weird there. But I think another important factor of why I fell out of love with acting is because it was when I got sober. And when I sobered up, you know, I was sober because I got sober in 2013. And by 2016, I was kind of done with acting. And isn't that funny? That was like 4 years of the first 4 years of my sobriety. And I was just like, you're basically like reborn. Okay. But you know, you kind of are, you know, you feel like a part of you is reborn to some extent. So, and it's like, I just felt like, why am I doing this thing that I don't really, do I really love doing this? You know, and you know what the sad part is? The reason why I kept acting for so long is because it was really the only thing I could do drunk. It really was. Like, I couldn't really do anything else drunk. And my alcoholism got so bad towards the end where I couldn't even act anymore. And then I knew, like, okay, this is getting really bad, right? Like, because, like, literally, I could always act. It wouldn't matter how hungover I was. I did a lot of live shows drunk. I did so many live shows completely. I can't even remember them. I can't even remember a lot of the live shows I used to do. In fact, there was one time where I was because I did theater. I was a theater guy for a long time before the film industry. And I was doing a show, and we had a guest talent, right? He's this big Broadway star, guest talent in our little theater. And I don't know. I can't tell you what happened because I was too wasted. This is how I used to live my life. Like, I lived my life in like an eternal blackout, right? Usually. But somehow like a functioning blackout. It's crazy. I don't even know how it happened. But all I remember is after the show, like, I was so excited. Like, I thought, like, dude, I crushed it. And the next thing I know, this dude, and he was a large man, and I am a tiny man. This man was large, and I just felt his whole palm around my neck. And then he put me against the wall. He didn't slam me against the wall. It was so scary. While he held my neck, he backed me into the wall. Like, it was like weird. And I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? Right? I was starting to sober up quite quickly when this was happening, right? And he just went in very close to my head, and very softly he said, if you ever do that again to me, I will end you. I was like, holy shit, dude. I don't know what happened. Something happened on stage that I guess maybe threw him off. Because, you know, what would happen with me, obviously, when I'm wasted, I take a little liberty with the script. You know, so I imagine I was riffing off script a lot. I imagine I was improvising a lot. Who knows? Who knows what happened? And maybe what happened was he got left hanging and didn't get his cue to say like something important in the dialogue because he was the lead. And I was just like a guy that's like, I don't know, in and out of the show, you know? So, I just say that to tell you that I was somehow able to function in that realm as like a full-blown alcoholic. And when I got sober, I was like, nah, I don't think I like this actually. I think the only reason why I kept doing it is because it was like something that contributed to allowing me to get drunk every day, you know? Because, I wasn't going to like try to do a job where like, running machinery or something. Like, I wasn't an idiot, you know what I mean? So I knew that like, okay, I can get these little acting jobs and like live check to check. And I did it. I did it for 12, 13 years. I did it for a long time. It wasn't fun. It was rough. But anyways, yeah. So there's multiple reasons why I kind of got away from it. But yeah, 100%. It's never gone. It's never done. And if I wanted to go back to it, it's so easy nowadays to just keep making my own stuff. I mean, that's the way I see it. It's like, well, the only way to do the role you want to do is you put yourself in it. Fuck it. Who cares? Morgan Freeman got his first break at 52 or something. Yeah. And that's true too. And it always makes me think about Christoph Waltz. So Christoph Waltz is the guy from Inglourious Bastards. He is a prime example. And I always joke that like, yeah, dude, I want to have like the Christoph Waltz story, because Inglourious Bastards is really what put him on the map, and he wasn't really known until then, and it was way later in his prime. One of my favorite authors, Charles Bukowski, also well-known drunk, probably more well-known for his alcoholism than his poetry, sadly, but Bukowski's the man. And he would say that all the time, that like he didn't get his break until he was well into his 50s, So yeah, I mean, but also we don't need to worry about that. Like, we don't need to talk about that because it's not even about that either. It's not about like getting the big break. It honestly isn't. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. Like, it honestly isn't for me. For me, it is more about like, what is the movie? What is the role? That is honestly what I'm more in love with. And so that's another reason why, obviously, why I wasn't big on let's keep doing the commercials, because I'm not driven by the money. I'm not driven by like the big break, so to speak. I'm driven more by like, am I going to be able to do what I want to do? Am I going to be able to perform the role that I want to perform? Am I going to be able to make the movie that I want to make? That's more what the topic is for me. And I've been dealing with that a lot lately in the DP realm too, where that's another reason that's been driven me to do that short film and to keep doing more of my own stuff, because I see guys like Curry Barker, where I know I shot that. Me and Tristan were the whole crew on that, you know, and maybe I'm a little jealous of that because I'm like, damn, dude, like my van made that movie The Chair possible. And now you look where he's at now. I'm not saying it had anything to do with The Chair, but The Chair was very successful for him nonetheless, right? I'm just saying that now where he's at, I'm just like, damn, like he gives me inspiration to be like, yes, I need to make my own narrative stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Like he really does. Like, because to know like I was already on that level. In other words, what I'm trying to say is if I'm helping other people make their stuff, then why can't I make my own stuff? You feel me? You understand what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at right now. You know, and it just everything worked out perfect to where like, yeah, I kind of burned the brand deals, you know, like I burnt that bridge down, you know, I got everyone that fucking hates me now. And it's like, okay, cool. And you know what, that is a sign of like, you know, a dysfunctional human being, you know, because I said I was sober, but I'm not exactly like perfect, you know? And I think a lot of it is like, I do come from that mentality of like, look, the only way for me to thrive is if I burn the island down, you know, like sadly, like I have that kind of, I have that personality where I'm like, no, I don't need anybody else, you know, like let's seriously, let's burn it off, right? Let's make sure no bridges can get to the island. And then I feel like I'm in a safe place where I can finally thrive. You know what I mean? And the only people I want on the island are people that I can check off myself and say, yeah, they got a pass to be on the island. Does that make any sense? And I'm not saying that's a good thing. That's not like a way to live, you know, but for whatever reason, I kind of still operate like that. You know, I kind of operate like that a little bit where I'm like, maybe I gotta kind of like destroy things a little bit to get to the next chapter. And it ties in with the Ed Hardy thing. So if you came in late, you missed the Ed Hardy talk, but it does tie in with that Bronson story that he told us about like, yeah, dude, if I want to evolve, I got to cut a little bit of me off. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like maybe somehow, some fucked up way, that's what I did with the channel a little bit. Like I had to nuke one part of it so another part of it could come to life. Oh man, we're getting too stupid now. All right, we're going to wrap it up right there. I'd love to see you do your own web series. There is a web series that I wrote the pilot for, and I don't know if we're going to do it. It just might be too, maybe not fun enough. Like, well, now that I read it, I don't know. Maybe I got to do like a proper table read and see how funny it is. Because after I got it done, I'm like, oh, this ain't funny to me no more. But that's how I always am. Like everything I do, like I'll love it the first day. It don't matter if it's like photography, cinematography, comedy, whatever it is. Like I'll like the day of, I'll be like over the moon. And the next day, like total bipolar, dude, like completely dead. Like, oh, I hate myself. Why did I do that? It sucks. I suck. Everything sucks. I've wasted my whole life. It's just ups and downs over here, bro. Honestly, my man, the best way to get something made and done is simply bet on yourself and go for it, bro. 100%. I'm currently on my second feature and you just simply have to just make it. You got this. Yeah. Beautiful. 100%, dude. That's exactly right. You just have to do it, dude. Yeah, he said I defollow people and they get mad. Now they work for Adobe and stuff. Yeah, it's just kind of how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you just got to be like, okay, I just need to cut myself off a little bit, figure out what's going on up in here, you know? And then, yeah, then you're like, oh, it opens up. It's like, okay, we made this weird little short film. Okay, I got this web series. Maybe we'll do. I got this other thing. You know, like it's like it starts opening up and it's like, yeah, we're just going to do it. And I know feature film is very daunting to me though. Feature film is what scares me. I don't know if I got it in me to do feature film. I think I think the advantage of me with specifically for my case scenario, having the YouTube channel, I think is just perfect for like shorts, web series, like whatever, you know, little bits, you know, and maybe one day we do make a full feature film, but I just don't like, I don't want to focus on a feature. Not right now. Like I want to keep experimenting and doing weird things and just see what comes of it. But now, like I hate that I'm talking about this now because now, like, I don't feel good talking about it either. He says it's not that crazy. No, I know. It's just a feature film, and I've helped Matt Leo. Shout out Matt Leo. I don't know if he's on there. I shot his feature film for him. It was actually, I think it may have been like one of the first things I ever shot back when I first got the Komodo, and yeah, we shot his whole feature film. It was over a series of many months. I feel like there would be like not many months, but I feel like there was a good bit of it that we shot like in 9 days straight. And then we didn't revisit again until like 4 months later, maybe even that's the part that freaks me out a little bit where I'm like, dude, I don't want to wait that long. And I know why. It's like a money thing, right? Like it takes feature film is scary to me because of the money specifically. So I don't know. I would have to like, I don't know. I'd have to get into a world of like investors and shit. I don't know. We're going down the weeds now. Okay, we got to get out of here. But it is exciting. And we're always doing. It's always gonna keep going. We're always gonna be doing stuff. You know, I can't do a goodbye video. You know what I mean? Like I can't. The live streams are too good, bro. I keep this channel going just for the lives. Oh shit, dude. Because, and I think you guys know why, because this is a little bit of a, I treat this thing like a talk show. That's why we have the number. You can call in. To me, it's like I'm still performing. It doesn't seem that way to you guys, maybe, but to me, like I look at this as like a live show. This is like, I look at this as like, hey man, I got my own radio show now. So that's why I say like it'll never end until like I end, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But in terms of like real, long form content, yeah, there's gonna be a lot more weird, creative, experimental stuff for sure. Because yeah, the knocks on my doors have gotten quite light, and we all know why, and that's fine. And also it's also a thing too of where it's like a reality of like the offers that do still come in. I honestly don't want to do them. Like, I'm not excited anymore. Like, I'm not excited about that world anymore. I'm not excited about the gear anymore, and I think to keep doing videos about gear, you have to be excited about it. And I'm just not. And, some people were like, I got a lot of people talk shit on the ZR video, dude. And I'm like, bro, did you watch the video? You know that the dude invited me to go shoot on his camera. Right? Like you do have a brain, right? You know what the video is, right? Like some of the comments just baffle me, and I'm just like, do they think that, like, I don't know. It's just weird to me that even on a video like that, where I get invited to just go shoot a camera, and I'm just like sharing my experience, like, oh wow, this is what it feels like to shoot on this camera. I didn't hide anything. That's why I literally showed every dumb little, that's why it's fucking 50 minutes long. You know what I mean? Like I showed everything because I don't care. It's like, yeah, look, I called myself a monkey, like, so it's just, I don't know. People pick and choose what they want to talk about, and that's fine. But we talked enough about it. And I wish ALT-CINE all the best. I hope that Tom Hardy story helps him out. If you didn't see it, you're going to have to rewind a bit. The Tom Hardy story is very important. But yeah, show ALT-CINE some love. That's the end, guys.